when the class is over, you will be able to watch the recordings. Okay. All right. So I'm moving on. Yeah. Okay. So why are you giving me thumbs down? What happened? All right. Thank you very much. Okay. So I'm moving on now. Imagine you have a robot friend who can, if you did not get it before, you can still continue. I still on the same course. Imagine you have a robot friend who can understand and follow your instructions, but only speaks a special language called code. Now, programming is like telling that robot what to do by giving it a list of step by step instructions in this special language. Now, what does this mean? Now, what's trying to say is this: you have the program, just like your still that scenario, right? That tells you to go to the kitchen and get your food. So you can only get your food. That's the end of the code is to get your food, right? So you can only get your food when you have got to the kitchen. So it's a step by step. The first step you have to take is to go towards the kitchen. And then the second step is what? To get your food. And probably the last step will be to eat the food. Right? Similarly, in coding, programming languages differ. Some programming languages run their code from bottom to top. That is, in your mommy, daddy telling you to eat your food. Now it can be you don't need to go to the kitchen. You eat your food, then you go to the kitchen, then you meet your daddy for the instruction. Some programming languages go from the back to the front, while some go from front to the back. That is from the top of the code, from the first line of the code to the last line, execute it like that, or from the last line of the code to the first line. Don't worry, when we are coding, you understand this better. I also want to also have the basic analysis. So that's what I mean by step here. Okay, so it runs the code step by step. You know, you're going forward, moving one step to another. If you're going somewhere, you move one step. You don't get to destination before coming backward. But some programming languages do that. Some don't. So some will run from top to bottom. Did we get that? Please, I need a reaction if you got it. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Don't worry. I'll answer to all other questions later on. Okay. So I'm moving on now. So now Let's get this right. To start, we need to tell the robot what we want it to do. Let's say we want. I'll dive into Python in next 30 minutes. Let's say we want to make a sandwich. We'll break down the process into simple steps like you take two slices. You see the steps now. This is how programming works. This is how the computer executes code. Now, the aim is what? To make a sandwich. But to make a sandwich, you need to get some things right first. You need to program it. So the first step is to do what? To get your bread, right? You spread your butter and all that. You do this, put your ingredients, and then your sandwich, then you put on the fire and all that. So each of these steps is a command written in the robot's language or code. Okay, I believe we've gotten the concept of programming now. All right, thank you very much. I want to believe you got it now. Okay, good. So moving on. So once we have all the steps written down in the right order, we give the list to the robot. Oh yeah, that by giving the list to the robot, you're executing the code. You're telling the code, you are run. I tell the robot to run the code. Okay, so it reads this list from the top to bottom, like I said, and follows the instructions exactly. So computer is not humans. Computers do not make they make zero to none mistakes, or should I say one to zero mistakes. They barely make mistakes. As a matter of fact, I don't think they personally I don't think computers make mistake. It's garbage in, garbage out. Whatever you tell the computer to do, unlike humans, whatever I tell the computer to do, it does it. The only thing that can make computer to do what it asks to do is except it is faulty or you made a mistake running programming your code, writing your code. Otherwise, it does exactly what it asks it to do. It is garbage in, garbage out. Once you put into it, once you show to the computer, you rip it. That is that. Did we get that? All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, so as a result, the robot makes a yummy sandwich. Yeah, just the way we wanted. Okay, so in real life, computers are like super smart robots. Instead of sandwich, we can tell them. Let me just keep all this. So we use special programming languages like Python or Scratch. Python or Scratch are actually the best for beginners, for kids to learn. So in the course of this training, we're going to go into the introductions to of Python because we don't have so much time. So to give our instructions to computer, okay, we use programming language like this to give instructions to computer, yeah. And when we are done, the computer follows our instruction and does what you see what we have here, what I wrote here. What we ask it to do. It does not do what you didn't ask to do. It does what you ask it to do. That's computer for you. So now there are two kinds of programming. We have the text-based programming, and then we have the block programming. Now there are two ways you write your code. Either you write your code by writing text, like either you write your code by writing text like this, or you use blocks to write your code. Now these blocks to write your code now it's easily executed that way. So the blocks now is like you are dragging a block to your code area, and you have it there. It's written out there. Everything that is written in text base is embedded into a block, just like building blocks. Okay, just like building blocks. As a programming language, as how block programming works. So all kinds of programming fall under either text-based or block programming. So now is text programming is like using words to tell the computer what to do. It's like writing down instructions in a secret code that only the computer understands. You will use special words and numbers to create a list of steps, and the computer follows them one by one. Now this is like you write it in the language the computer understands. You are typing it word by word. But in block programming, it's like using pictures of blocks. Like I said here, these are blocks here. As you can see, this is click when flag is clicked. You can see some things here: motion, event, looks, and all that. If I zoom a little bit, zoom closer, you see that you have the picture is also clear because I'm zooming it. You can see some text there that is just very short for you to understand. But these are blocks. These are blocks. So you have motion, we have looks, you have that. So they are just blocks there. Okay. So that's that. So block programming is like using a picture of blocks with different shapes and color. Each block represents different command like move forward, turn left, as you can see in this one. This is go to, change X, and all these other basic instructions. You snap these blocks together. So by snapping, it means when you drag one, you drag another one and you fit it inside the box here, like this. So that's for block programming language. I don't know if you got what I'm saying. The two type of programming language. Oh, you're kind of confused. All right, we'll have time for questions once it's time. Okay, don't be confused. We have time for questions. You tell me what you're confused about. So just get that. All right. So text based programming is like writing sentence for the computer, and a block is like putting together a colorful puzzle to make things happen. Both both ways are super and fun and help you make awesome stuffs with computer. Okay, let me quickly explain this again. Now I said there are two types of programming. Okay, there are two types of programming. You have the text based, okay, and the block programming. Now the text base is like writing code in Python like this. This is a code, right? This is a code. Now if I run this code now and I tell it to and I execute the code, I want to believe you can see my screen. You can see now the code is executed. But this is word define this def define. This is sum. I believe you can see it here. A and then B and then return. This is words. This is text-based programming. And an example of it was Python. We also have Java, we have C and C++. Did you get that part? Let me get this one by one. Did you get it now? Do you get it now? Why are you laughing? Hello, please, I want to pay attention. You that said it don't understand. Do you get it? What's his name? Adelaja. Titi Temi Tope. Do you understand it now? You don't see understand it. Ben, why you give me thumbs down? Chinere, are you saying you understand it or you don't understand it? Do you understand it or not? If you understand it, type yes, I understand it, and give me a thumbs up. If you don't understand, give me a thumbs down. Let me see. Or you type no. Okay, no, you don't understand. Okay, Chinere says she understands. Okay, a number of you say you understand. I don't want to start going back to there because of understood. Okay, thank you. Understood. Vincent, you don't understand. Okay, I'm going to save us some time. If by the end of this class you don't still understand it, please go back and watch the video, and I believe by then you'll be able to understand it. Vincent, if you don't understand, you tell me yes, I don't understand, or no, I understand, or something. Not yes, sir. I don't know what you mean by yes, sir. Yes, sir can mean I understand, and yes, sir can mean I don't understand. Okay, yes, I do. Thank you. Or better still, yes, I do. I understand. Okay, thank you, Rachel. Who else doesn't understand? Vincent, do you understand or not? Tell me yes, I understand, or no, I don't. Alex, do you understand or not? Okay, no, I don't. Okay, we have no, I don't. So let me just repeat that one more time. Okay, I said there are two types of programming. We have the test-based and the block programming. Note, I don't want us to cram these things. I don't want us to cram it. I want to understand it. Two types of programming. What are they? Test-based and block programming. Do we get that now? Do we get that now? Right now, I'm not asking for your names. I want to know that you understand. My priority is your understanding. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, good. You get it now. All right. So now in text-based programming, you type your code in words. Okay. In text-based programming, you type your code in what? In words. Just like this. Just like this. Where is it? Just like this. Now the codes are written in words. Can you see this here? This is words. Look, have a glance of it. These are your code written in words, right? They are written in words. I believe you can read what is there. This is input. This is enter. This is first number. Do you see what? Do you see this? This programming is called text-based programming. Why? Because you are typing the code in words, but only you're only typing the word in words according to the way computer understands. Because this is a different syntax. Okay. Thank you very much. I put it on the table. Now this is Java programming. Yeah. Let me show you. I mentioned Java as one of the programming language. Now you see Java programming. This is Java programming in words. Can you see this? This is in words. I want to open this image in a new. This is in words, right? You can see class, factorial, static. You may not understand what is there. The aim for this part for today is not for you to understand what is there, but to understand the difference between a text-based programming and a block programming. Okay, this is in what? Words. Do you get that? Do we get that now? Do you understand it now? Do you understand it now? All of you that say you don't understand, do you understand it now? Good, good, good. I like it that you understand it. Thank you. Okay, so awesome, awesome. Now that is that for what? Tell programming. So that's why I said it's like writing down your code in in a secret code that only computer will understand. Like I said, it's not for you to understand it. This is not for you to understand. Today is not for you to understand it, this one. But for you to know that it is what? A code that what? You write in words that only computer will understand. Okay? And maybe your fellow programmers. So anybody that writes code is called a programmer. So you, on the other hand, by the time you start building your code, start writing code, you go and tell mommy that, mommy, I'm a programmer, I wrote a code. You get the point now, right? All right, good. So you use special words and numbers to create a list of steps and all that. So that's that for test base. Now, block programming, on the other hand, is like using block. Let me just show you guys an example of block programming. I mentioned block-based programming now. I want to show you an example. Now, this is an example of block-based programming. Maybe because the image was not clear before. Let me show you this one now. This one self is not still clear. Okay. I think this should be clearer. Awesome. This is clearer now. So I want to just get the concept. Now you can see that this is block-based programming. Now you see that this is just a block that is being dragged from the stack here. It's being dragged from here and then brought to the code area. Now this is it. This is how the block-based programming work. So you drag your blocks. All your code is embedded into this block and written for it to understand you. I mean, this is just pure English. When this sprite is clicked, change y by this. Wait for these seconds. Change y by this. You see that this is just drag and drop. So in block-based programming, you drag and drop. You drag and drop. That's block-based programming. It's very simple. You don't have to type the codes on like Python, on like this one that you have to type the code one by one. No. For this one, you just drag and drop the code. Okay? Do you get that? Do you get that? Can I see some reaction if you got it? So do you understand the two of them now? If you understand, please give me thumbs up. If you don't understand, please drop on the income message that I don't understand. I do not understand is what I want to say on the income message if you don't understand. If you have a question, like I said, in the next 10 minutes, we'll start asking the questions. Okay, Remy says you understand. Who else? I want to see I don't understand if you don't understand. Okay, we have more if I don't understand. I understand. Okay, that's good. All right, thank you very much. Now let me proceed. Ah, I was said she didn't understand. Which part didn't you understand? Okay, when we start for question, I'll attend to questions. Let me just proceed. We don't have much time again. We only have 30 minutes to the class. Only 30 minutes to the class, okay? So so text-based programming is like, okay, this is the summary. Now remember this. Just like writing any new language, it takes practice and patience to get really good at programming. So yeah, one thing about programming is you have to take your time. You need to be patient with the computer. You need to be patient with yourself. Do not overwork yourself because you're coding. Okay, so take time. Everything you can't climb to climb a mountain. You have to go to your destination. You don't teleport there. You take a step. So you have to trust the process and know that you will become better the more you practice. Okay, the more you practice, you become better. It's just like growing. So the more you practice, you grow and you develop yourself better in programming. So that's that. So start with simple instructions and over time. So simple instructions like hello world and over time you're able to get it right. So in this training, we are going to go into Python and for the normal programming, we are going to use Python. Why for the robotics, we are going to use Arduino. We are going to go into that in when the time reaches. Okay. All right, so with that said, like I said, I'm going to dive into Python. But before I dive into the Python briefly, Before I dive into Python briefly, I want to quickly attend to questions. So if you have any question, drop your questions now on the income message. All your questions, drop it on the income message now. I will attend to them right away. Your questions, please. If you don't have any question, what should please? You say I should repeat. What should I repeat? Odu Tolu. What should I repeat? Odu Tola. What should I repeat, please? What should I repeat, please? Okay, I should explain more of block based. Okay, so for body, does that mean you understand the text based programming? How do we write programming? What is Arduino? Do not ask your questions according to what I've explained, not what I've not explained. I only told you that we're going to have Arduino in one of our classes. Victoria, you should not be crying. You should be on the income message and sending you. So please, can we get the recording because I went offline? Yes, with the recording, you get the recording. The recording will be shared to us. Okay. Okay, I should repeat the blog base. It's the name of the channel for the recording. Don't worry, you will get that. You will get that as well. All right, so most of you don't understand the block-based programming. All right, so I said, let me just go back here. I said you have the two types of programming. You have the test and the block. Now, if you understand the test-based programming, which you can see here, it's line by line. You write your code in words that each computer has its own different syntax. You get that? Each computer has the syntax of which you understand. So in Python, printing hello world in Python, let me just quickly show you this. Let me just quickly show you this. Okay. I'll quickly show you this now. Now, I want to tell the computer to print execute hello world. Now, in Python, this is the line of code you use. Let me zoom in. In Python, this is the line of code you use. You just write print hello world in Python, and it prints it hello world. Okay. When in Java, this is another programming language called Java, which is text based. To print hello world, you need to type all this line of code. You need to type public class, but you see that everything is in words, right? Just to print hello world, you have to type all this. This is Python. This is if I type this in Python, Python does not understand what all this means, so it will not run. If I type this in Java, if I type print open bracket hello world, Java will not understand it. So remember I said you tell your dad will tell you to go to the kitchen in Igbo or in a language that you don't understand, and then you'll be wondering, Daddy, what's happening? I don't understand what you're saying. That's what the computer will. That's what the Java will tell you. If I'm in Python and I tell Python to print hello world, but I use this language, I wrote these tests, all of everything here. Python will throw an error. Now let's try. Let me just show you guys so you think you understand what I'm saying. Now this is Java, right? And this is my Python. Now I'm going to clear everything here and paste my code. I'm going to run this code now. You'll see what the computer will tell me. Now, can you see that it does not understand? It says syntax error. You can see the error that is here. But now let me come to this programming language. This one now. Just print hello world. I'll copy this code now. Okay. And I run it. And I run my code. Now, can you see it is run executed without any error? Hello world. Why? Because you spoke to the computer, you spoke to the programming language, you spoke to an Igbo person with using Igbo language. You spoke to a Yoruba person using Yoruba language. You didn't speak with Igbo to a Yoruba person. You didn't speak to an Hausa person with a Yoruba language. I don't know if you get that now. Do you get that now? You have to be patient. You are asking why I said we are going to do robotics and programming. Yes, we are going to do into robots. Okay. I'm not talking about Java. Java is not the point. You have to learn Python. But that's not that we're not going to that now, please. Please ask questions that are about the class. Not if you have any other question that is not about the today's class, you can come to my DM and ask those questions. I'll attend to you there. If it's about this kind of question, please ask to my DM. I will explain to you. I'll contact you there. But I don't want to waste our time answering all these questions. Currently, they're not relevant to the class. So the questions that are relevant to the class is what we are doing today, please. So please, I'm sorry, but then just ask questions that are current to the class, okay? So what other question? Okay, so we're not done with the class. Hold on, we're not done with the class. So now talking about the block base, yes, I'm going there. I'm going there now. The block based programming now. On the other hand, instead of typing the code like this, all this code that is embedded into blocks. Where is it? They're embedded into blocks like this. So all you need to do is to drag and drop. All you need to do is to what? Drag and drop. For example, I'm going to open my IDLE on this one now, just to show us the difference. Okay, so I open these things. Okay. For example, now this is an example of text-based programming. Sorry, block programming. Now you see that this is block programming where you just drag and drop. You drag and drop. That's all. That's for text-based. You drag and drop. You drag and drop what you want to do. And the code, when you click on it, your code is executed. Can you see that my code is executed? Can you see that? That is block based. Why? Because you see all these things are in block. So I have to do what? To drag and what? Drop. I want to believe we got the block based programming now. The difference between the two of them. Did you get that now? Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. So I believe we're good to go now. You can proceed, right? All right, we are proceeding. Okay, so let's say someone's asking a question. Sorry, I've not answered my question yet. Is block-based programming Scratch? Yes. No. Scratch, on the other hand, Scratch is an example of block-based programming. Just like Python, Java, and the rest of them are examples of text-based programming. Scratch is an example of what? Block programming. But that is an example. We're not going to Scratch. I'm just trying to tell you that. I just said that to differentiate the two of them. What's his name? Or Adebayo? Do you understand the question? I've answered your question now. Adebayo, I've answered your question. Please react or send an in-call message that you understand. What do you mean by same group? How do we write programming? You write programming by typing your code or building your code. You're not on this Scratch, please. You're not on this Scratch. That's not the course of this training. Please ask your questions that if you don't understand what I said in this class. All right, good. I'll take it that we all get it. Vincent, what is it again? Ben, thank you very much. Vincent, what is the problem? Give me a reaction. Hallelujah. Please give me a put your question on the equal message. All right, so I'm proceeding now. Now, I said we're going to do Python in this program. And Python is what? An example of text-based programming. Okay, at the end of this class, we're going to give an assessment to ask. I'm going to ask a question on the group. So I'll need us to give our response there. So a quick one. We'll continue from here in the next class, though, but I want to just do a quick one for us. So Python is popular and versatile programming language known for its simplicity and readability. Why? Python is very, very simple to learn. It's the simplest text-based programming language. What does it? It's the most simplest, or should, no, it's simple, not even most simple. It's the simplest text-based what? Programming language. It is widely used in various domains, including web development, data analysis, machine learning, and more. So for to cover this training, we are all kids. We're not going to go intensive on this. You start from the big. This is for beginners, which you are new to these things. So we're not going to dive into web development and all that. I have 15 minutes in the end of this class, right? I guess that was a notification. Okay. So now, so Python is a programming language. It is a set of rules and instructions that help people use to communicate with computer and make them do specific tasks. Just like I said, you run your code, you you write your code, and then you execute it. Okay, which means that it's easy to understand by simplicity and readability, which means it's easy to understand and easy to write. Remember, I said it's the easiest, it's the simplest rather programming language that anybody can understand. Okay, so what is Python? In Python, you can write programs by using words. You know, I told you it's a text-based programming by using words, special symbols, numbers that a computer can understand. Now, these programs can be simple or complex depending on your the grade level, depending on what you want the computer to do. Now, in this code, I just want the computer to print hello world. This is very simple. So when I run it, it prints hello world. This is a program. By this, I have successfully what ran a program. Okay. All right. So this program can be simple or this. Now Python is used in various fields like, okay, I've already said this already. So Python is a friendly programming language that helps people talk to a computer and create programs to make them do interesting things. So first thing you need to do is to install Python in your computer, and you can download it. Don't worry, I'm going to send a guide on how to download Python on your computer. And if you are using a mobile device, do not worry. Whether you're using a mobile device or a laptop, you can join the call, you can participate in the call regardless. You can join the class whether you're using a DC, because this you can see now I'm using a laptop though, but this is a website. So for the for those of you using a mobile device, you're going to use a website. You're going to use this website for the class. But for those of you using a laptop, I will send you a link on how to download Python, okay, and a guide on how to do about it. All right, so now this installation process, everything is in the video. So I will send the link to the video for you to watch it and understand. So I'm going to skip this installation process, okay? So do we get that now? You can is any device is okay, but this is what I will recommend you to do. If you have a phone and you have a laptop, I'll advise you use a laptop so it will be easy for you. But if you don't have a laptop and you have a phone, it's still fine. They are both better to use. But if you have both of them, I would advise you use a laptop. Jesse Mail, Nnamdi, I don't understand what you mean by I know, right? Don't worry, you understand. Sir, it is so confused. What's this? It's so confusing. I've not said anything much about Python. I'm not saying anything much about Python, so I don't know what you don't understand. You have a phone, yeah, you can use your phone. Don't worry. By the time it's time for the class, I will send a link on that. Okay, so moving on. So Python comes with an interactive interpreter that allows you to write and execute your code in real time. You can open the Python interpreter by pressing by one. That is the first thing you need to do is to press the window key, and don't worry, when the time reach, we'll get to that. So we're still on this introduction. So by the time you open your Python, when you have successfully installed your Python, what you see is this. Um, when you successfully install your Python, what you see is I'm coming, I'm going there. Is this? This is the first thing that comes on your screen. Now this thing is called the interactive. It's called the interactive mode. Okay, this is called the interactive mode in Python. Sorry, yeah, the interactive mode in Python, where you tell your computer to do what. The first thing you see is the interactive mode. Tell your computer to do something and it does it immediately. Okay. So after doing this, to you have two. There are two ways, two scripts, two methods of writing your code in Python. Now, for example, now I can just say print hello world. And I press enter. Now you see that this is interactive. Now I mean I press enter, it runs immediately. So if I want my computer to, there are two ways now. One computer to run the code step by steps. Now if I say print, I want to print type again print. I cannot in interactive mode. I cannot edit my code. Once I've run the code, I cannot edit it. But in script mode, I can edit it. Don't worry, I'm going to show you that now. And it prints hello everyone. You can see that, right? But now I don't, I want the code to run one by one. I want to see the outputs all at once to run from one step to another. To do that, I will have to launch my script mode. Now, what's the script mode? Script mode is you are writing your code, everything you are writing, just like you're acting a movie, right? When you want to act a movie, you have scripts. You see these dramas you act in churches and mosques and all that you want to just display dramas that you won't do with your friends. You have a script, you tell the person that you do this, you do this, you do this, do this, do this. Then the person start acting the steps one by one, right? That's what happens in Python too. So that's happening in the script mode. In the script mode, you tell the computer to do what you to tell you what to do here. Print hello everyone. Okay, and I can print welcome to class. Print this is a 3-day free coding class. Okay, so now by the time to run this code now, it will prompt me because it's the first time I'm running it. Don't worry, you may not understand how I got this. Hello, please call like you can hear me. Okay, don't worry, no, my screen is not frozen. My screen is not frozen. All right, I want to quickly switch to my mobile phone. So I want to use my mobile phone now, so you can see what is there. So I'm sharing my screen now. So it's for those of you that are using mobile phone, so you don't think there was really this thing. So I'm switching now, and this is it. This is the code now. Okay, so you can see I'm using my mobile phone, and I'm good to go. So I can press on the entire thing, and I'm going to delete everything. I'm deleting everything now. So I'll type print hello world, and I run it from my phone. As you can see, this is a mobile phone, right? And I run the code, and it's executed just the way I want it. Okay, do you get that? Do you get that now? Yeah, I told you before, if you're not using a mobile phone, you're using a laptop, you can use, I will send a link on how to download Python on your system. Okay. No, you're not going to learn other programming languages. Okay, you're not going to learn another programming language. All right, I want to stop here for the class. I want to clearly attend to your questions. Please note that all the this thing is being recorded. Okay, everything is being recorded in the class. Note that. Okay, the class is being recorded. So I'm going to stop here and attend to our questions. The class continues tomorrow. and till on Friday, till today is Friday, till on Sunday. So please tell your friends, share the link to your friends and family and all that. So if you have any other question, drop it now. Now is the time to ask a question again. Please, can we get the link from? But you will get it tomorrow. You will get the link tomorrow when we're having our class tomorrow. Yes, the recording will be sent to the group. You said, can we send the lesson for today? Yes, the recording will be sent to the group. Are you going to learn all the languages? No, you're not going to learn all the languages. You just need one for this class, okay? One step at a time. Remember, you saw at the end of the class, you saw that I said you need to learn it one step. You need to take it another step. So we're going to learn one programming language to the next, But we have 3 days for this. How can we use laptop? Okay, I will send a link on how to download for a laptop for those of you using a computer. I'll send it to download on a computer, okay? There is practical. We're practically going to work on it. As you can see, I'm using my computer just now to do that. Practical does not mean we're not in a laboratory. We're writing code. So that's the practical. I can't send it to you personally, please. You get the information from the group, or you send a DM to me because I don't have your direct contact. So send me a DM, or you get the information from the group. Yes, so I'm going to continue from Python in the next class. Isn't it better to start with HTML or CSS? Now, they all differ from different places, depending on what you want to do. Now, HTML and CSS is used for website development. And in this training, we're not building websites. That is why we're not doing HTML and CSS. And like I said, Python is the most simplest. Why are you guys making to speak nonsense? Python is the simplest programming language. Okay? You have some experience in Python, that's fine. You can add more knowledge. No knowledge is wasted. Yes, you can use your phone. I don't know what this means though. I will send the recording to the class. Okay, I have 2 minutes left. In fact, as a matter of fact, I have 1 minute left. If any other question you want to ask, please ask the question on the group, okay, or on my DM, preferably. You cannot use mobile phone. If you're using mobile phone, you use the website. If you're using mobile phone, you use the website, okay? All right, this is a good remark. I love what I'm seeing here. Okay, I'm sorry that was very fast. The reason why I was fast is because I needed it's just 3 days. So you can watch the recording. Bukola, you can watch the recording and you can pause the video whenever you feel you're not getting it. Okay, so Bukola, you can do that. You can download it today. I will send the link. All right, so please any other question, please come to my DM. Thank you very much. Do have a wonderful night rest. The meeting ends now.